Welcome back to It Is What It Is. I'm your host, Trysta Krick, with analyst Mace and Treasure Wilson.
Hey, Stat, what's going on?
How are you?
Great. Trisha, how you doing?
I'm good. We're back in the same place.
Yeah, everybody's in the same place.
We get to get some fire takes from Treasure today.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Are we on the slander Detroit Pistons time, or are we?
This should
I'm
be
not
fun.
here to
This
slander.
should be
I'm not
fun.
here to slander Detroit.
This should really be interesting. You got the
Slander Detroit.
the biggest haters of all on the show today.
You?
Right. Who's the biggest haters of all?
Yeah, the biggest haters of all.
Oh man, we got playoff matchups though. We got to talk about them. Let's start with the series that I feel like is really exciting on the East Coast, as you would call it. Hawks versus Knicks. The Knicks are back in the playoffs for the fourth straight year. They do draw a very tough playoff matchup in Atlanta instead of the Toronto Raptors, which I think a lot of Knicks fans would prefer. Hawks have won 19 of their last 24 games to start the season. They played each other 3 times in the regular season. Knicks took 2, Atlanta took 1. All the road teams won in this one. So, Mace, I'll start with you. Who wins this series? How many games? And what do you think that key to the matchup is for the winning team?
Man, I think the Knicks win this series. You know, living in New York and living in Atlanta, you know, sometime, you know.
House
people,
divided.
No, we're not really divided. I mean, on this, I got to go with the Knicks. You know, shout out to Sin City and all of the Knicks fans. They get to celebrate. I like this for them. You know, they get some happy times, but don't celebrate too long. You know it's gonna eventually happen. It's like Groundhog's Day. We all know what's about to happen. So, but this should be interesting. This will be the most interesting playoff history of the Knicks. I think if something magical was to happen, this is the year it happened. I can feel it in the air. If something magical was to happen for New York, this would be the year.
So in that matchup between New York and Atlanta, what do you think makes New York too tough for the Hawks?
I just think sometimes you got big wings, which you should win the series when you have big wings. But I don't think they're gonna be able to find an answer for Jalen Brunson. I just don't think, you know, sometimes it's either those bigger wings are going to dominate or they're going to be too slow for that type of guard. So it's always one or the other. Every now and then you get a smaller guard that get it done, i.e. Isaiah Thomas, you know what I'm saying? Or Kyrie Irving or Stephen Curry. Hopefully this year, for the Knicks' sake, Jalen Brunson can be added to that list.
Stat?
So here's the thing. I'm really excited about this series because I think, like Trisha said, this is definitely going to be a good one. I know from the games that we've seen, the Knicks do have the edge against the Hawks. And when I give my answer, I am not being a Knicks hater.
This is what we're here
Let
for.
me make that clear. Like, I think
biggest haters of all.
No, I think that the Knicks are a great team. I think that they're a complete team. But something is telling me, first of all, I think it's going to go all 7 games, okay? I think that this is going to be a close one. Something is telling to go with the Hawks. Like, I feel like this is the team that if it's going to happen, like, it's round 1, they might actually be able to have an edge versus the Knicks. Even that last game that the Hawks actually lost to, it was a close game. And that's also because we saw a superb performance from Cat. And if that stays consistent, and I'm not trying to be switching here, if that stays consistent from Cat, then I could see the Knicks winning this game. But if it doesn't, this is where I'm kind of leaning a little bit more towards the Hawks. I think that they have a little bit more versatility on offense. And even if it's not this, I'm not going to say this is their year because it's definitely not their year this year, but even this round 1 kind of gives insight into how it's going to go for their next years to come. And I think I'm kind of ready to claim new hotness because this is the type of team that kind of creeped up in there. A lot of people didn't have the Hawks on their radar. And ever since they traded Trae Young, I think that they've actually been a better team. And I hate to do that because, we see Ice trade a game. We like, dang, okay, Trae Young, like this your team. However, we've seen recently it's been Jalen Johnson's team, and we're seeing Dyson Daniels, and we're seeing Onyeka. Like, they have a great core, but their issue is also the Knicks' advantage. The Knicks have a deeper bench. So I'm a little back and forth, but I'm just going to say because...
A little back and forth?
Yes, but I'm still going to go with the Hawks.
Yeah.
No, because I'm giving you the reasons of why I'm kind of in between both, but I'm going to go with the Hawks and strictly off of just, like I said, a little bit more versatility to me just with their starting five, and then just a little bit younger energy, maybe just like, people have been downing us all year. This is our year. That's kind of where I'm going with this. But it's real hard because also the Knicks should win this. So I'm going with the Hawks, but I think the Knicks should win this. That's going to be my answer.
Let me ask you a question, Stat. Since I have you here, right?
Oh, since you have me here.
Yeah, since I have you here. Since I can speak to you directly.
Okay.
Do you just go, as younger people, do you just go with whoever's young, even if they're good or not, you just think because they're younger, this is who you're going with?
Do you just go with whatever team you think is lit? We can both answer.
But the question is yours first. Do you just go with...
No, I don't.
You don't? Yeah. I don't go with whoever's lit. I go with whoever has the chemistry and the winning integrity. If they have the fortitude to get it done, I go with that team. The team that showed me the greatest character.
Okay,
That's who I go with.
So you think the Knicks have the winning integrity?
I think for this level, they do. Right? Do you think the Knicks have what it takes to get out of the first round? Yes. So you go with the Knicks. Mm-hmm. Do I think Atlanta have what they need to get out of the first round? I do, but not as much as the Knicks. Mm-hmm. I go with the character of the team.
Knicks in how many games? I don't know if you said.
6 or 5.
So 5 is like quick work, kind of.
Yeah, 6 or 5. I didn't say 5 or 6. I said 6. My first answer is 6.
First answer is 6.
Second answer is 5.
If you're into the new hotness, I've got a team for you. They're called the Portland Trailblazers. Best defensive rating in the NBA in the last 15 games. You missed that one last night. They're not rolling, but maybe I can get you on the bandwagon there for next year. For me, I see what you're saying in terms of, listen, like Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Jalen Johnson, both top of the odds board in terms of most improved player. That's pretty rare, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 6'5", Jalen Johnson, big wing, and he's been tremendous. You also have Dyson Daniels there, one of the best defenders in the league. So I get why, and my first instinct before I started digging in was that I thought this was the one series that could be on upset alert. But the thing for me that gives me a confidence in the Knicks, and I think the Knicks win this series in 6. And these games.
So you're going with my number?
I'm going. Yeah, I had it written. I had it written down.
Okay.
It's in the notes. Is really the issue with the center position for Atlanta, because Onyeka Okongwu is an undersized center. Jock Landale is not back for a minute now. He hurt himself close to the end of the year. And they don't have an answer for Karl Anthony Towns. Like you said earlier, like they put a traditional center on Cat the last time out, and Cat was 9 for 12 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, got to the free throw line, 12 rebounds. I don't think they're going to be able to rebound with the Knicks. You got Mitchell Robinson there. You got Karl Anthony Towns there. I think they're going to be able to feast on the boards. And if you can't defend Cat and he gets his little zesty swag going on.
Not zesty swag. Jesus.
That's crazy.
But shout out to the Knicks, though.
Shout out to Cat, though. When he
Zesty swag.
You can't do that.
You can't throw that.
We can't do that.
Zesty swag is crazy. You have no respect. You have no respect for New York. I think it's an East Coast thing.
I don't have any respect for the East Coast.
No, I mean, you don't have it for New York. You don't have it for Detroit. Do you have it for Chicago?
Oh, I definitely don't have any for Chicago.
Yeah, so you're working on the East Coast, the Northern East.
Northern.
Maybe.
And a little bit of
Your
Midwest.
comment though, it's kind of like when you're about to butter somebody up, but you know you're about to say something that's gonna, like
Yes.
the way you went with that. I'm like, damn,
Unless
like
it's
he did
zesty
all
swag.
this about saying Cat was this and this, but he got that zesty swag. Like that fucks it all up.
You know
That
what?
messes it
You're
up.
right. You're right. It's part of
What
my.
happens if you see like what's her name? Jordan. What's his girlfriend name?
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan Woods.
Yeah, what if you see Jordan? Do you say hi? Like, ladies, how do you do that? If you,
I don't know
if you-
Jordan.
I'm saying if you like, you
Say
say
in real
something
life.
crazy about a man when you see it. Do y'all just say hi?
Here's the thing I feel like people have to kind of understand when it comes to me. Like, I'm really just here for the jokes. Like, the basketball is great, and like analyzing the game is really important, and I love hoop. But really, I'm trying to get some jokes off. And so if I saw Jordan, I'd be like, you know what like Cat does when he gets really excited in the game and he's playing well and he's feeling himself. When Cat feels himself,
That's crazy.
it's a meme.
but
Pause.
go ahead,
Pause.
yeah.
It's a meme, and you don't want Cat really to be. What did he say when he was playing in Memphis? We in Minnesota now. And like Cat, you know what I'm talking about. Like everybody who watches Cat knows the type of swag he's on when he's playing really well. And that's a bad sign for anyone who's playing against him because he's an emotional player. And if his emotions are high and he's riding high and he's shooting 9 for 12 from the field, then he's going to show out. And so that's the key factor to me is like, can you stop Cat? And the 3-point shooting is
And can you stop his zesty swag? Is what you
can you put a damper on the zesty swag?
Jordan Woods would tear
Listen, Jordan, I don't even
Not
know.
me,
about her
not me,
man.
Trista. That's why I'm trying to get Trista back.
He's trying to get me beat up.
Back on the
He's trying to
road.
throw on you.
Yeah, he is.
No, I'm
He's
trying to
saying
get
it
you
more
back
and more,
on
too.
the road. I'm trying to get you back on the road. That's why I asked you, how does this work for females? Because I know how it works for guys, so I don't know if women feel like that's something different. You
It
know,
is.
like I was talking one time and I said something about a player, and then that day I saw the player's mom.
Yeah.
It was really interesting, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how it worked for women with women, right?
You never know what you're gonna get. Depends on how the conversation for them went that day.
You know, it's funny because I see people that I've lit Doc Rivers' ass up a lot. And all of a sudden, he starts following me on Instagram. And I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you subject yourself to, I'm going to like flame you?
He wants to know what you gotta say.
Yeah,
Doc-
and you see these people and they're like, I love your takes. And I'm like thinking in my head, I've had so many takes.
Honesty.
But some
Honesty.
people like the motivation. Some people like that.
Do y'all like the motivation? Because I don't. Y'all can keep that away from me.
Well, we
I
know
don't like
that.
the motivation.
Some
Actually,
people like the motivation. They say, heard you, got you.
Got you. I'm
I
gonna
needed
turn
that.
up. I needed that. Yep. Well,
Can't relate.
let's move forward in this Cavs Raptors series. This feels like the game. This feels like the series we'll probably not talk about a lot. Like just in general throughout the course of it. We'll watch it. Cleveland looks like the safer pick. Toronto did sweep them 3-0 in the regular season. James Harden wasn't in any of those games, though. Since Harden arrived at the deadline, Cavs have been one of the best teams on the East Coast, as you would say. Who wins, Mace? How many games and why?
I'm going to have to go with the Cavs. I think this is a sensational year for the Cavs. I think the moment they get James Harden, their hearts are set on proving everybody wrong. I think they come out of the first round playing with a lot of tenacity. And, this team I see being right there in the conference finals. They should make it to the East Coast Conference Finals. I think there will be an upset in the East Coast playoffs. I think the Cavs should do it. If there was ever a time, remember I'm talking about this magical year. If there was ever a time for the Magic to show up, this is it. And not the Orlando Magic. We're talking about Magic when it comes to like the Knicks, Magic when it comes to the Cavs or Boston, right? One of those teams. Or Detroit, not Boston. I think somebody get upset out of those top teams that we thought was going to win the East. So I'm looking for either the Cavs or Detroit. One of them is going to upset somebody. And even though the Detroit is number one, it will still be an upset if they beat Boston or they beat the Knicks. and keep them from going to the East Coast Conference Finals.
Pistons would play the Cavs in the next round. You think the Cavs could beat the Pistons?
I think this is a magical playoff, so I'm sticking with that. Somebody is going home that we don't expect.
Stat, what do you think about this series?
I don't want to talk bad about the Pistons because, like, I salute them, right? So I know
both of y'all are hating on the Pistons.
No. I'm making that clear. I have to make things clear before I say certain things because people be trying to tell you said things that you never said. So I'm saying that right now. I don't have anything against the Pistons.
Is it good or bad?
Two things can be true at the same time. That is your quote.
So it can be good.
It can be good and it can be bad. And unfortunately, I don't think this series is going to be good. So I'm going with the Cavs. I just think that they're the stronger team in my opinion. I think the Raptors, like, hey, shout out Scotty Barnes, but I'm not really looking for them to shake up too much. They might win a game, so I'm going to say Cavs in 5 that next round.
Cavs in 5?
Yeah.
No
I think it's gonna be
Andre
smooth.
Barrett, no Scotty Barnes.
Do you believe? Do you believe? We always talk about hope. Is it here? Is hope in the room with us? Because I'm not really sure about that one. I'm going with the Cavs confidently. Now, I would love.
Who used to say keep hope alive? Was that was Jesse Jackson, right?
I should know.
Yeah, you should know.
I should know.
Shout outs to the whole Jackson family. You know, and prayers up for the late Jesse Jackson. You supposed to know that, Stat. How is that even black and she doesn't know keep hope alive?
Do you know all the words to lift every voice and sing? Do you know all the words, Mace?
You definitely been sitting with me and Cam
Only
for
the
too
first
long.
verse, though. Does he need to know second verse, third verse?
Do they know lift every voice
Go
and
ahead, sing it. You said I've been sitting with y'all too long. Because y'all made me click on my toes, bro. I don't either. We just be like, the time is just
you want to know something crazy?
Wait.
In my middle school, we didn't have a national anthem.
Do you know lift every voice and sing?
Mm-hmm. We sang it in my middle school every single assembly. I could go right now. Ring with the harmonies of. I could start anywhere you want.
Ring with the harmonies.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't start from there. That's crazy. Everybody in the comments, let us know if that's how the song starts. This song does not start like that.
What's it start like?
No. What's it start like?
Lift every voice and sing.
Yeah.
We got it, y'all. We got it.
That boy good.
See, I'm with you, okay? You try to quote Jesse Jackson. She got the song, okay?
I have the song. It's in there.
She started with Ring.
That's the wrong part.
That's the part where I sing it in the shower.
Oh,
Mace don't approve. He said that's the wrong part of the song. You got to start with the beginning.
And he doesn't know any piece. Listen, Juneteenth wasn't popping when Mace was in his prime.
I gotta bring that up. It doesn't start like that, Trysta.
Back to the Raptors tape.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's clear I know. I think that's just the part I like.
But you don't know, and we don't have enough time to prove. You don't know, but you definitely off. Go ahead.
Sheesh.
Back to the Raptors.
Man. Yes. I shout out to them, for getting here. But do I believe in them? Maybe at a different point in life, but I'm definitely going Cavs in 5.
Yeah, different point of life.
Different point of life. I root for everybody. I'm just not rooting for them right now. That's what I'm going with.
That's fair. Listen, everybody knows this Raptors team's offense has been very suspect when you play against good teams. Like, that's just what it is. There's a bunch of wings like Scotty Barnes who can do awesome things defensively. Yes, Brandon Ingram is a bucket. I don't have much belief in this Toronto team to do much. They can force a bunch of turnovers. Cleveland's defense hasn't been great, so I think this could be like a closer game by game in the series than a blowout, which you've seen in other matchups that have this type of like high octane, high offensive Donovan Mitchell and James Harden versus a team that can't really score. But yeah, I have Cleveland in 5. Like just and
See?
yeah, Cleveland in 5. That's pretty much it.
You know what? I did not know. I was looking up the lyrics.
It starts with lift every voice
We
and
need to
sing.
go back to
I
it.
did not know the second part. I'm not sure if this is really a part of it. The Stony the Road, you know that part?
Is that the second verse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We never sung the
What we
second
used
verse.
only the first verse.
Yeah, we stopped on Let Us March On
Yeah,
to Victory Is Won.
Yeah, that's when we stopped. it as
Okay,
well.
I was just making sure. 'Cause if they would have said second verse, I don't know the second verse.
No,
But I did know the first
good.
part. Where we going?
Nuggets.
Got the two biggest haters.
Mace is like my uncle with the mint julep. Where are we going next? Nuggets,
going?
Timberwolves. I think it's the glasses. 3 versus 6. It's a rematch. We've seen them play 2 times in the last couple of years in the playoffs. Minnesota knocked out Denver out in 7 games a couple of years ago. Same stars. Nuggets are deeper this year. They found themselves some more role players. Brucey B is back. Jokic just led the league in rebounds and assists. The Wolves want another trip to the Western Conference Finals. I think that's going to be tough. Who wins this series? How many games, Mace, and why?
Oh, man, as much as I love Anthony Edwards and the way he attacks the rim and plays, with a lot of courage and bravado, I just don't think Minnesota gets past Denver. I think Denver with Bruce Brown being back, I think they're pretty much unshakable because when they see him in that lineup, it reminds them of what they once was, right? So every time that you unite this team together, whether you got, Mike Malone there or not, this is the caliber of team that could upset anybody in the West, right? It's just a matter of if they come to play every single day. When you think of Joker, there's nobody got an answer for Joker in the West Coast. So if he begins to get on a roll and start having those 50, 15, and 12 games, it's gonna be really shocking. I really think this is the playoff year where somebody who's supposed to make it doesn't make it. And it's been a long time since that happened. Normally, we're looking at the usual suspects. But I think this year it'll be something different. So I'm definitely going with Denver. I'm going with Denver in, I want to say 5 games. I want to say Denver in 5 or 6, but definitely not 7.
For this one, I
Sweep
just think...
alert. Gentlemen, sweep alert. Gentlemen, sweep alert. Gentlemen, sweep alert is 4-1. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that's the gentleman sweep stat? Okay, yeah, gentleman sweep.
You think these people in the mirror know?
Let them get a game so they can go back and see their auntie and all of that. Gentleman sweep.
Give him a little taste.
I learned that from Charles Barkley back in the days. He used to always say gentleman sweep.
He got a lot of tips and comments from back in the days. Charles Barkley got some good gems. Do they apply to my life? Not all the time. But some good gems. Definitely don't apply to me, but you
Not all
know
the
somebody. Okay, my pick for this, I just think is really hard. It's just so hard. Just when you see Jokic, even though it's like we love Ant-Man, like you don't want to go against Ant-Man, kind of like Mace was saying, because Mace made great
take
points.
my takes.
And if I take it, then what? No, I'm playing. That like you honestly, what they say, hit the nail on the head. I hate those sayings because I'm like, what is I know what that one means, but that's not part of my everyday vocabulary. Yeah, no. Mace made great points. I agree with him. I love, what the Timberwolves got going on, but do I think it's enough this year to beat the Nuggets? No, I think the Nuggets are a great, strong team. Like Jokic is always gonna perform the way that he does. He's still forever going to be one of the best players in the league. We know what we're going to get from Jamal Murray. He's a great player, and he also always delivers in last-minute moments. Like, he's good under pressure. He's great. Even just, like, the younger guys that we've seen from Strother, Peyton Watson. Like, I just think overall the Nuggets are a great solid team. Now, I'm not going to go gentlemen's. I don't know about 5. I'm thinking around 6. I could see the Timberwolves winning around 2 games, and that's how I'm going to go with it. But shout out to both teams, but I'm going with the Nuggets. Definitely going with the Nuggets.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys. I think the thing that it comes down to is what are the Wolves going to give us? Like, can they give us what they're capable of? Because when your head coach...
What are they capable of?
They're capable of the Western Conference Finals appearance. That's what they've done 2 times in a row. But when Chris Finch, after a loss early this month, says, we're a million miles away from the team that we can be, I think that's a big red flag in terms of you not taking the regular season seriously. This has been an up and down, inconsistent team for the entire year. This is a team that probably should have been highly motivated to do more after the way they looked against OKC, but they came back and they looked worse. You know, Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle have had to hold it down for Ant Edwards and Jaden McDaniels when they've both been injured. I need to see Ant-Man be Superman. If they're going to win this series, that's what he's going to have to do. And Rudy Gobert is going to have to turn back the clock, and he's going to have to figure out a way, which he never is able to do, really. No one is. Slow down Joker. But you see what happens when these two teams play in the playoffs. Rudy Gobert has to sit his ass on the bench. Like, that's what they have to do. They have to play Naz Reid a bunch more minutes. They have to go small. They have to try to figure out a way to say, okay, well, Jamal Murray will beat us. And Jamal Murray, though, is having an all-NBA season. He's averaging 26 a game. He's shooting 44% from 3. Aaron Gordon's back healthy. I just think when you talk about a team that's not as motivated as the Timberwolves have been, they've been very lackluster all season. And then you've got a team on a 12-game win streak like the Nuggets. I think it's going to be really, really tough for the Nuggets or for the Wolves to beat the Nuggets. So I'm with you guys. I got the Nuggets in 5.
Yeah. I also think that the Timberwolves some of them players are going to face the boot.
Yes.
Immediately.
And we're going to talk about that later on the show. Like,
It's giving the boot.
who is really, like, it's giving hot seat.
Yes.
It's giving,
Yes.
like, maybe you're on the trade machine.
Yes.
Spo track. But the Lakers and the Rockets are an interesting matchup. It could have been awesome, but no Austin Reeves, Mace, no Luka, and you've got a 41-year-old LeBron, you got a KD that's 37. These guys have faced each other multiple times in the NBA Finals. And so now you've got a completely undermanned Laker team versus a Rockets team that
Blowout.
they need to win this game convincingly, or this series convincingly. What do you think the factor is in this game besides just the injuries to the Lakers?
Yeah, this is I don't know what else you could make it about. If you don't have Austin Reeves on the floor, no Luka, you got LeBron pretty much saying that he could be potentially injured and not 100%. What are we expecting? Your second unit to beat KD and Sagoon? No, that's not going to happen. I look forward, in order to do it in real Rockets fashion, they should blow them out, every game. And blow them out 4 games in a row, get them out of here. This should be a real sweep. I would be surprised if it's not a real sweep. If it's not a real sweep, then Houston is not focused. Houston got to get them out of there the first 4 games so they could get rested for the second round. And consider this a gift from heaven, right? The basketball gods gave this to KD and Sagoon. And that's why the God name is Amen, right? Amen Thompson, right? Because they needed this. They would not want to put together this type of team and lose first round to the Lakers. That would have been a great debacle. It would have crushed Houston's heart and their future hopes. It would have just been very hard to really stomach that pause. So I think this was a gift to the Houston Rockets. So they might as well make the most of it. You know, people be like, well, they didn't win the game because their team was hurt. Well, that's a part of championship pedigree. Good fortune. Good fortune. So that's another thing I look out for. Good fortune, not just championship integrity, but good fortune.
Fortune for sure. I'm just gonna say it really sucks because this would have been such a good series to watch. Like, and I always say this, but it's like I want to see these players play. Like, what are we gonna get from LeBron, Rui, and Ayton? Nothing.
Well, this is how LeBron used to play KD, right? He used to play KD with a stacked team.
Yeah.
So now he gets to see how it feels to suit up against somebody who got a few extra players on the team.
He said that. Get back up. I'm not gonna say it, but y'all know the song I'm talking about because that's exactly what's going on over here. But yeah, this is a blessing to the Rockets. They actually get to chill for a little bit, I think. I don't think they're going to have to put up too much pressure. And then just, it's unfortunate for the Lakers because I know the conversation keeps being like, what happens to LeBron? Is he returning? What's next? Da-da-da-da. It's like, you don't even want to go out like that.
Now, if LeBron beat the Rockets
then
by himself,
yeah,
I'll put him up there.
Yeah. This'll do it.
Yeah, this'll do it.
This'll do it. This is the time. This is the moment.
I want to go on the record. I know Cam is not here today.
It's the anticipation. Like, we hyping it up.
LeBron gets this done, I'm putting him right there with Michael Jordan. He's not in front of Michael Jordan, but Mike is not in front of him. I'll make it that clear. That's all I'm looking for.
Right there, neck and neck.
Yeah.
So this is him saying they're not neck and neck because it's not going to happen. So LeBron's forever going to be right here because he didn't get it done.
No. I'm letting people see that I'm not just biased. There are things you can do to reach that level.
Okay.
But this is how you do it. You got to pause out something heroic. You got to do something that defies the odds. Right? Like when you beat Isaiah, you beat Mark McGuire. You beat like five All-Stars on this one team. Then you're one of them guys, Joe Dumars, right? Oh, I forgot the name, Dantley, I forgot his name, but it was like 5 All-Stars on this one team, and he beat all of them.
That'll do it, y'all.
Well, if Houston does not convincingly win this series against the zombie Lakers, we need to have a real conversation about whether Ime Udoka is the right coach to be coaching.
You putting him on Doc Rivers alert?
I'm just putting him on warm.
This is a Doc
warm
Rivers
butt alert. Yeah, warm butt alert. He's because he kind of like Doc Rivers throws his players under the bus at every chance that he gets. And listen, I have no reason to want to diminish what Ime Udoka has done.
What is that called when it's never you? When you're never the problem?
Yeah, it's like a lack of accountability.
What's the word for it though? Is that narcissistic? Not that he is. We're not saying Ime Udoka is. I'm saying, but is that a trait that is never you? Is always
probably, yeah.
I think a trait of it for sure, but I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
I just can't think of the word.
It's like it's never you.
Yeah.
If there's a problem,
yeah,
it's like it gotta be them because I don't do anything.
Because I'm perfect. I'm always doing it. And I think you saw that. And Ime Udoka's from one.
That's a horrible trait to have as a leader, I might add.
Yes. Yeah. And that's the thing that when I evaluate coaches and give my opinion on them, that's like the number one thing. It's you. At the end of the day, if your players are not prepared, that's because they weren't locked in, and that's your responsibility to get that out of them. You've had the opportunity to get Reed Sheppard ready to go and put him in the starting lineup as your starting point guard to get him those important minutes ahead of the playoffs, but you won't do it. And Rockets fans have been going out of their mind trying to figure it out. And now KD's bringing the ball up. And again, he just continues to shirk or push off the blame. So I think a lot of people are kind of annoyed by that.
This may have a lot to do with what's going on off the record, right? Because sometimes there's things going on that nobody's discussing, but obviously there's something. If our team needs a point guard, and we drafted a young point guard from a blue check state, right, or a blue chip state, right? This guy comes from Kentucky. We need a shooter. his resume is shooting. Why is he not playing? We need a point guard, and we need one who can shoot, and he checks both boxes. And he's young. Why is he not playing?
Yeah, it's stunning. It's stunning. The rotations for Houston have been head scratching, and I think that's a big red flag. If they don't get this thing done convincingly, you wonder, okay, like Fred VanVleet, you guys brought this up yesterday. Fred VanVleet tore his stuff up later than Damian Lillard did. That's why Damian Lillard, I think, is going to be ready to go. And Fred VanVleet has a little bit more time on top. Because he did that. He tore his Achilles, or his ACL or his Achilles? I think it was his Achilles.
History with
ACL.
small guys tearing their knee.
His ACL?
Yeah, ACL. He tore his ACL.
What's the history with smaller guys tearing their ACL?
You know, I think in general it's just a hard thing to come back to, but they have a lot more technology overseas. You got the like platelet replacement therapy and all this stuff. I think also Fred VanVleet has had issues with his back over time as well. So I'm concerned about him being the point guard and getting ready to roll. So anyway, all that to say, Houston better put belt to ass.
I do want to add, though, and I think Houston will put belt to ass, which I think we're all in agreement with that. I don't know. As far as Ime Udoka, I actually think he's a great coach in my opinion, and I understand how we were saying, like, not take accountability. He's blaming the players, but also, like, business-minded too. Like, he also wants to keep a job.
Yes.
So, unfortunately, he's gonna put it on another play. He would probably put it on a KD, whatever the case may be. So he's good.
If he wants to keep his job, he better win.
Well, yes, that for sure. But also, I could see the answers not really taking accountability. He's gonna be like, this person didn't do this. This is the play that I drew up. This didn't I see that. So like I kind of get it. He's trying to keep that job.
Yeah.
And this is a great team to be coaching right now because the Rockets are on fire. This was really your team. The Rockets are on fire. I ain't gonna lie. So this is a smooth first round for them.
Wow.
Just saying.
It'd be your own.
He's shaking his head because he knows. He's like, yeah,
This is a gift.
This is his safety net too because he knows the Rockets are tough right now. He's talking about like they better win. You know they gonna win. This is one of your teams, and they're actually good. Like they're actually smooth right now. That second round is when I start to worry, but I'm not worried about them
Who's
or
your
their coaching
team?
right now.
I'm a Blazer fan. Remember?
Oh my goodness.
Best defensive rating in the last 15 games. Portland Trailblazers, watch out. Just watch out for us next year. We got to go to break. The shenanigans will continue. Which player in this playoff field will benefit most from winning their first ring? When we come back from It Is What It Is.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I in this woman way free?
And we're back on It Is What It Is. We were talking about the playoff matchups. We went through all of the ones that we have so far locked in. But I wanted to pose this question because there's a bunch of players in this playoff field that I think we all are in agreement are really, really freaking good and going to be good for a long time.
Wait, are we talking about the playoffs? Mm-hmm. Where's Miami in the playoffs?
Oh.
He said, let's bring up somebody else's team who's not even in the conversation whatsoever.
I'm just saying, I heard everybody but Stats' team in this whole debacle.
I have two teams, and they're both not doing so well.
She
see
jumped
where the
ship.
Warriors are. And
She
we see where
became
the
a
Heat
Golden
are.
State fan.
I know they were hating on Jaime Jaquez last night.
I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know what you want me to say.
She's from Florida, so she know what it feels like when the boat leaves the dock. And the boat has left the dock.
Boat leaving the dock is crazy. I've never got left from the boat, ever. But I've seen people get leave from the boat. You gotta have your passport ready. It's not fun.
It seemed like in Miami the boat left the dock, but we'll see.
We have nothing to see, unfortunately.
Yeah, because now it makes sense why the hate is directed. All the missiles are directed. Can I get a solo, Nick? This is where I need Nick to put the bubble up there and put the thumbs up and all that. Nick, you know, this is where the hating comes from. It comes from Stats' team. The boat leaving the dock. And then she's joining in with Trysta. The double hate, the new hotness alert is crazy up here. So she's going for Portland. She's saying next year. I guess she's joining the New York Knicks. Every year is next year. So
No, I always thought we wouldn't compete. The way that roster was set up for a very long time, we had nobody that was defensive minded. The wings were not athletic. Like, we were having Al Farouk Amino and guys like Evan Turner and Myers Leonard. Anyway, we got to get to these rings.
I think the Blazers, I'm going to tell you something from the basketball gods. I think something happened.
You think we're cursed?
I was going to say that. I think Portland is cursed. They had Brandon Roy. They had Sam Bowie. They just think they had Greg Odom. It's like every time you think they had something, they had nothing. And then they had the young boy, and they trade him to Boston, which I thought was so crazy for Drew Holiday. And then the coach get mentioned in an indictment. This is just, you can't make this kind of luck up. I remember when Terry something used to limp, but he was getting 30. I said, this team, something is wrong with this team. Terry Porter.
Yep.
Just never been able to do it, man. Never.
Never.
And then remember, you guys had Damian Lillard, and then he left you guys because you guys weren't good enough. No, I saw a graphic the other day. Yeah, we did take Sam Bowie over Mike. That's went in history. We took Greg Oden over Kevin Durant. We know.
Yes.
I saw the top 10 biggest busts.
How did you feel about that? When they picked Greg Oden, did you think like, oh, we got the one
I thought
we
to
needed?
myself, we took a big, this is not going to end well.
And then when they get DeAndre Ayton, it's like they keep doing it. It's something about the
But
GM.
Donovan Clingan's really good. He's a big.
I know, but they always go. They only had one big man pause that was really good to my understanding.
Bill Walton.
And that was, no, I got to add Bill. Then they had three. They had Kersey. Kersey was getting busy. And then they had Bill Walton.
Sabonis. And yeah, Bill Walton.
Sabonis.
Yeah.
Sabonis was the one I was thinking about. Sabonis was really good.
So back to these players that don't have rings that we think are really good. We've got Wemby. We've got Ant, one of the more charismatic players who could end up becoming the face of the league if he
Wemby
wants
is getting
that.
a ring, I might add. I want to just put that disclaimer out there. Don't go too far with Wemby's name. Wemby will be getting an NBA championship.
At some point, yes. Donovan Mitchell.
Some point soon.
Yep.
Some point soon.
Like-
I think his attention to detail and being 7'4" will play a role. I don't think you can have somebody that tall, that dominant, and not win a ring. Every person that was ever super tall and dominant got a ring. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, right? The list goes on.
Do you mean soon as in this season? Are the basketball gods telling you?
I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs win it all. I would, me personally, either this year and the next, this year, next year, or the next year after that, one of those years they get a ring. I think this team is too stacked unless they just do something stupid when it's time to re-up. This team have too much firepower, pause. And even when you think of the people that come off the bench, they're bringing Ron Harper Jr. off of the bench. I don't think it's Ron Harper Jr., but is that his name? Dylan Harper, but it's impossible to not get a ring. I think he's as good as the starting players, and he's coming off the bench. So this team is ready to cut the nets down.
So out of Wemby, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, and Ant Edwards, and then we'll add Cade as well. Mm-hmm. Which one of these guys do you think benefits the most by winning their first championship this year?
I think Wemby. I think if he wins a championship this year, the NBA gets really crazy because now they can definitely transition the league away from guys like Kevin Durant, LeBron, Steph, and now they know the future is secure. This is a person that we can hang the NBA on because if he get one this year, there's only more to come.
What do you think, Stat?
I think benefit the most.
Yeah.
I think Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I hear Ant-Man.
I can see that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I hear Ant-Man and I hear Wemby and I still, I don't know, for whatever reason, it's just like specifically Jalen Brunson and the Knicks, in my eyes, and probably to a lot of other eyes, they have less time. Like I think these other guys have more time. I think that, I don't want to say higher ceiling, but a higher ceiling, like we're excited to see what the future holds for them. I don't want to say we're not excited to see what the future holds for the Knicks, but I think we're all in agreement that's like, it needs to happen now because if it doesn't, it's kicked to the curb. So I would definitely say Jalen Brunson. I know you're going to add.
I think
so
that
go ahead.
when you was talking about who benefits the most, you're correct in Jalen Brunson. I think a championship in New York would make so much money, right? I think there's no other place that would make as much money other than Los Angeles. But the realm that New Yorkers would go to for a championship in New York, they may get a rap song. They might get a rap deal. You know, they already gave them streets and they won a few games. You don't want to see the Knicks in the championship. I'm telling you, the tickets might be 100,000 just to sit in the front. It might be crazy.
Wow.
And honestly, even if the reason being the city isn't big enough, I think that this also gives Jalen Brunson validation because I feel like in all these conversations, he does kind of like, Jalen Brunson, if they get it done.
If he brings a championship to New York, he will be God.
Yeah.
The media will make him listen. But like, you know how many good guards New York has had over the years from Rod Strickland, the Stephon Marbury, Kenny Anderson. It's just the list is so long that if you're the first Rod Strickland, if you're the guard that gets it done, even Kyrie in Brooklyn, James Harden in Brooklyn, if he's the first guard in New York to get it done, like my son say, after the 1900s, right? This is gonna be huge. This is gonna be huge.
And it's not even a bad thing for him because it's like he does frequently deliver. So I know for him it's got to be frustrating even when we have these conversations with top 3 point, because even when we were talking about point guard, I think did you say you had Cade over him? I don't recall.
Yeah, I did have Cade.
Yeah, which is not even that's a great take because I understand that, but this right here kind of solidifies his standings because I mean, like we say, no, we went the whole show without saying Titletown, but like that's kind of what he needs to be able to secure that. So I think Jalen Brunson, he definitely benefits the most. And I know we gave our takes earlier and I did say the Hawks, and I understand that just because I think I'm just giving them a little bit more edge. Maybe that's wishful thinking. Call it what you want. But like if the Knicks do win, and that's going to come down to Cat's performance, even Josh Hart's performance, this is that moment. Like this is that moment that we actually want to see. And then all that stuff that we've said about the Knicks throughout the season, throughout the year, throughout all our episodes, throughout all our takes.
No, that you said.
You included.
No. We could go back and get the tape. Me and Killer said that if there was ever a year for the Knicks to win it, I said it. He agreed
No, I'm
with
not
me.
saying it not
that
being the
this
year.
would be the year.
I'm not saying you didn't say it wouldn't be the year. I'm just saying the doubts that we've had because you guys have really kind of taught me like it's always next year and like why trust them now? Like we haven't gotten that yet and like they disappoint us every single time.
That's what NY stands for, Trysta.
Next year.
Yes,
Next
and
year.
that's what I'm alluding to.
Next
Those
year,
takes, Sin has every reason to say whatever the heck he wants to say to all of us if they win it all because I understand that frustration.
He's going to be happy because he knows I said it. I put the blessing out there for the Knicks to win it this year. If they want to win it, they got to talk to me, though. And they got to talk to me nice because I know the
You're like Chin
basketball god.
Gigante, you need
I
a
know
cut.
the basketball god.
He said they got to talk to. At this point, we got to talk to them nice because they like if they win, they deserve this.
No, we
Like,
don't
they
have
do.
to talk to them nice just yet. That this is a going thing. This thing has been going on since I was wearing acid wash jeans. This is how long this has been going on.
Wash jeans.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. AJs, the buttons that snap, the weapons. Do you remember that Easter with the weapons? I had the yellow T-shirt cut up with the AJs and the yellow and purple Magics. I was fresher than everybody. I was cleaner than the pastor in church. They probably wanted to kick me out of Canaan Baptist on 116th. Y'all remember y'all kicked me out. I was too fresh. They thought it was picture day. People wanted to take pictures.
Well, we
I had
need
to
that
get
picture.
out of there.
We need that picture. Now I got to see. You got kicked
Yeah,
out.
I had the Laker T-shirt cut up, the way y'all wear it now. I was wearing it like that back in the days. That was my fashion.
Trendsetter.
Yeah, trendsetter. I didn't even know what I was doing though. It was by accident. So when I saw Lil Uzi do it, I said I had a T-shirt like that. Lil Uzi got the drip from Murder, man.
I seen that.
I like
Wait,
that.
What's the problem with acid wash jeans? We don't like acid wash jeans.
I'm saying back then we didn't know they were skinnies. We was wearing those skinnies. We just didn't know they were skinnies.
I feel like okay.
It was the Electric Boogie years. You know how the Electric Boogie?
No,
Oh, okay. I figured that.
I don't even know what that is.
You know that?
Wait, how is that different than the electric slide?
Oh my goodness! If Ken was here, he would walk out. The electric slide.
What's the electric?
In the electric-
I don't know the electric boogie. No.
Is when the people doing their moves and they're going like this.
Oh yeah. I know that.
Come on,
Yeah.
Stat, you guys are on a culturally
This is
appropriate show.
like that.
And you don't know. Look at her.
But
That's what they're doing. This is literally what they're
Let me
doing.
see that. That's the Electric Boogie.
That's what they're doing in the thing. It's like a stat.
Put the
Here's
camera
the
on.
thing.
Stat.
We
Do it
represent
again. Do it
different-
again. Stat said this is the
Bruh,
Electric Boogie.
They're sitting here doing this. They're doing
That
that.
is not the Electric Boogie.
Bruh, you're gonna have to teach me because I ain't never seen no electric boogie in my
Stat,
life.
When the people did like this, you ever seen them do that?
yes.
Oh, like this.
That's
Yes.
the Electric Boogie. Pop.
Okay.
Lock,
You know, stick it
yeah.
and roll it. We got different dances, y'all. Like I don't know the electric boogie, but I can stick it and roll it. I don't really know what you want me to do.
Yeah.
I don't really know what you want me to
that
do.
was crazy. Stick it and roll it.
I love stick and roll it. And they know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Some people know the electric boogie. Some people know stick it and roll it. I can't even name another
You said
dance.
electric slide is the electric boogie.
No, I just asked because I
That
only
was
know.
great.
I didn't know that. I know that.
You can't be
Dance.
doing hip hop, Trista. And you don't.
Maybe
know
there was a
what
different term on the
electric
West Coast.
boogie is. You ever did
know
a
what?
backspin?
Yes.
Okay.
Back to your point about Jalen Brunson, though, I think the thing that's like really interesting is that it changes the possibility for a small guard. Because right now we say the only 6'4", 6'5" guards and above will win titles, and that you can't win with someone who's like I think Jalen Brunson's not really 6 foot. He's probably 5'11". He's got thick-soled shoes on to be 6 feet, 6'1". And if he can do it in big moments and take those crucial clutch shots that we know that he does, gets into the body, creates space, little mid-range, passing, whipping the rock to, Mitchell Robinson or Josh Hart underneath the basket, and gets Madison Garden up, MSG, to win a title on the back of him, I think buys them more time, to keep this thing rolling, but puts him in a situation.
What do you mean by buy them more time?
In terms of, I think James Dolan said, hey, if we don't win a title, I'm going to make some changes. And so you get to keep Mikal Bridges, you get to keep Karl Anthony Towns. Maybe you go out and re-get Isaiah Hartenstein. Maybe you figure it out if you can win a title. Right? Like, it at least buys you the idea that, hey, we can do more. We can keep this. And I think you're right. I think time is starting to tick out. But he gets a restaurant. I mean, the city probably gives Jalen Brunson his own.
If he goes to the championship, he gets his own restaurant. Yeah, he get a car dealership and everything. If he might get an avenue. They might give him an avenue. The way the media work today with the internet, he can force his avenue. He can say, you know what? I'm the only one that ever gave y'all a championship. I want it right here. I want 8th Avenue between this and this to be Jalen Brunson Avenue.
Do it, too.
So everybody that comes here knows that. You see it up on the signs.
Does he become the greatest Knick of all time?
If he wins a championship, I think he does. I think he's had these same type of moments that that other players have had, that when Willis Reed ran out the locker room, Bernard King, he's one of the great Knicks. But I think Brunson has had some amazing games in that Garden. I think if he wins a championship, we got to make him the greatest Knick, because I haven't seen the Knicks win in my whole life. When they won the championship, we weren't born. Phil Jackson was on the team. That's too long ago. It's too long ago. So to think of that, if he wins the championship, because I know all the players I saw come through there. Steve Francis, Anthony Hardaway, Allen Houston. The list is just too long of guards who were supposed to be great. To say that he got it done at 5'11" from Jamaica, we got to give.
And in the second round too.
Yeah, we got to give this some real. This might need to be a case study.
Yeah, I do think
Jalen Brunson need to be a case study, because in my growing up, we've never seen a guard 5'11" get this much done, 6 feet get this much done. Not on the East Coast.
Not on the East Coast.
Not on the East Coast. Who you were about to say?
No, I was going to say not on the East Coast. I was just, we're saying 5'11". Do we actually think he's 5'11"? Because,
definitely.
Yeah. Because
AI was 6'1".
Yeah.
AI was 6'1". So AI was 6 feet.
I gotta look.
I think he was.
Oh, that's why I said. That's why I said at that height, because AI was 6'1".
His height is listed at 6 foot, and I know you never go off it because you just never really know. And
you see him in person, you're like,
yeah.
No.
But then it's like I'm seeing Jalen Brunson and Steph at the same height, so it's really throwing me off a little bit. And so I'm like, I don't know. I gotta see that.
I think Steph is 6'2".
Yeah, but it also says Jalen Brunson's 6'2", so that's why I'm like, which one?
Oh, definitely
is
not.
It? That matters. That matters. I will say. But back to your question that you asked real quick before.
So are you saying Steph is 6 feet?
No, it says he's 6'2".
No, but I'm saying with your eye test.
You might. No. Steph is actually 6'2".
Then why does him and Jalen Brunson look the same height?
Well, they're listed at the same height.
Oh, okay.
I would say they're about the same height, actually. Like, in person, they definitely are about the same height. You just don't, doesn't seem like it, but they definitely are probably about 6'1", 6'2". That's what I would say.
You need to be Jalen Brunson's height PR publicist.
No, Hey, I know a thing or two about height because that's why we had the whole conversation about Russell Wilson. Because when I be seeing people in person, that's the first thing. Because I'm a lot taller than people expect me to be. That's the first thing that I be peeping, especially when I have my heels on. Because with my heels, I'm probably about 6 foot, and I'm like, just peeping. But as far as Jalen Brunson,
Were you looking at the top of his head, Pause?
it'd be leveled. You're talking about Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was shorter than me.
Oh, you was looking down.
I'm rolling with that till the end of time. He was shorter than me, and I got a picture to prove it.
So if you get upset, you swing on him. Was he that much
No.
shorter than you?
No,
Okay.
never that. I ain't just gonna swing on people. That's crazy. But he's definitely shorter. Now Steph is taller, and Jalen Brunson is taller. So I'll give him that 6'2". Just in comparison, they don't look like it. But as far as greatest Knicks of all time, the rings do matter. I think I have to go with that as well. It just sounds crazy because we're actively seeing, like, when you actively see greatness, that's what I'll say. It's really hard to kind of put people in rankings of something that you're saying all time. Like, that's just a big commitment to say, this person is a da-da-da-da of all time, and I'm actively watching them play. That's always been a little difficult for me, but in this conversation, yes.
Yeah, I could see that. It's not difficult for me because I've seen all of them.
Yeah.
I've seen the people my dad said to watch. I've seen the people my coach said to watch, and then I saw the people that I was watching at my time. Then as I got older, the people that were my peers that went on to play basketball, and now I'm watching their sons do it, right? So I have this history of knowledge. Sometimes I try to play around, but my thinking about basketball goes way, way back. So as I'm watching people play generation to generation, well, I'm thinking about 40 to 50 years of basketball that I've watched. So when I'm looking at somebody today, I'm not gauging them by just today. I have that history. I saw every type of guard that was 6 feet to 5'11", right? So that's why I can say if he gets this done, he have to be up there. He have to be up there. The last guard that got a championship that was 5'11" was Avery Johnson, right? So he's better than Avery Johnson. He got to be up there.
Well, that is going to do it for us today. Awesome conversation. Let us know in the comments. Will Jalen Brunson be the best New York Knick ever if he can get a ring this year? And does that buy the New York Knicks time to keep this core and this roster together? As always, I've had a blast. Shout out to Mace. Shout out to Treasure as our guest analyst. And as always, it is what it is.